gonna have to fill me in, by the way. At some point.
I don't even know what's going on, so I'm...
Tribal was an absolute shit show. I mean, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong from the start. And it was just like, my heart just sank because I had worked so hard last week to try to devise this really, like for fall, like it was a great plan. A great plan. And he just wasn't about it, I guess, or tried to overplay or got greedy.
All 4 of them are fluid. Now what am I supposed to do with that information? How am I? So all I said was, Liz, you can't play Royal. I've been told you not to play it.
That was probably the last thing that I expected to happen at Tribal. Alex Thal had told me everything that was going on, so I knew like all of the plans that had been happening and like what everyone was saying, and that was definitely the most stressful Tribal that I've been through, and so I was just so happy that I was still around and that I still had my idol. Like everything just magically worked out for me.
I just wanted you to be safe, and I thought the only way that you would be safe is that if you played it for yourself, and if I didn't tell anybody else about anything else was going to happen.
Basically apologized to me, and he was like, I really messed up this week, I'm sorry, and I was like, you know, like, you should have told me, but it's okay. Everyone basically, what they assumed is that Thal just completely messed up, and like he had all these great options and just like fucked up, and they assumed that like it was all Thal.
Thal was playing both sides all week long. Thal went to Mitch, and then he went to Cooper. Last week, me and Mitch have this plan where Cooper's gonna go home, but the idol's gonna get played, and we're gonna look like we're on the bottom. And really, like, we know all the conversations that are going on, like, we're on top. Plan would have worked, except Thal has a change of heart at the last second and wants to save Cooper. Now, I know he's been double playing us all week. I know that this is, like, literally a triple cross.
So I can explain myself as far as that goes.
I understand that you chose us in the end, but
yeah.
Like, I will forever hold this against him. It was just so dumb. Like, not emotionally, strategically, so dumb. Like, I don't care that he betrayed me. It's not the betrayal. It's the not choosing the plan that was the smart plan. He chose the wrong plan. Like, I don't even know what he was doing. Playing both sides, why?
This got really complicated, and I don't even know where to begin. But I would like to talk to you both.
I would like to talk to you first.
I'm really sorry that obviously didn't go the way we wanted to.
I was angry and upset and flustered, and like at the time I should have put it together. I should have told Mitch to put a vote on Tarowski. I should have had the 3 of us vote for Tarowski. That would have been 4 votes on Tarowski. It would have been fine. I didn't put that together because I was flustered, and then the whole thing happened, and it was just a mess.
I understand what's going on.
I'm over here if anyone wants to talk. I'll just stand here.
You're all probably pretty mad at me. Understandably, I think.
Well, first I should start with a quick, oh my god, I cannot believe the Tribal Council went that horribly wrong. Holy shit. I tried to do the crazy Mitch plan. Leia would not vote out Mitch under any circumstances and was totally 100% trying to vote out Tarowski instead. I, of course, did not want that to happen.
I was trying to tell Thal all week, like, I don't think they're gonna just switch to Mitch as easily as you think. And he's like, nah, dude, I could get these people to do whatever I want them to do.
I was given a lot of really good offers, and at the end of the day, I really chose to stick with Liz. I mean, that's the big decision I made, and I made that decision because I really felt, for the first time since probably Kara or Angela, that I was finally really working with someone in a very personal way.
The situation was I knew you were threatened by me, and
The whole conversation was so weird. You were trying to figure out who had the idol, and you were like, it was just like, I knew you at least were thinking about voting me, and that freaked me out.
But what I think a lot of people don't realize is the value of an actual personal relationship, someone that you actually want to go to the end with, fundamentally not because it's a good strategic move, but because you actually want to, in your heart.
Alright, is everybody ready to get to today's immunity challenge? Alright, Brittany, I have to take it back. Thank you. Alright, for today's immunity challenge, we have a 3-part relay race. For the first part, all of you will be given a string with 15 knots on them. They are all the same. You will untie all of the knots and then run down all the way. You will throw 1 ping pong ball from the starting position to the cup. Then you will have a decision for the final leg of the race. Either a puzzle, or you can run to the big house and back. Get there, snap a photo with the big M in the background, and you run back. You can use a GPS on your phone, whatever you like. If you come back in time before someone completes the puzzle, you have 1 immunity. Survivors ready? Yeah. You have your strings. Show me when you have it complete. Go! It's tough. They're small. There's not many nuts, but they are small. Longer nails can help. Smaller fingers can help.
George, I think I'm territory line too well. Maybe I should just take the pedal. It's destroying this. I'll just take the fun.
Alright, Mitch, starting now, you have a 5-minute penalty. Mitch waiting it out.
Why my nails?
Takes a while, but you gotta be patient. Alright, Tarasky starts his 5-minute penalty. Alright, Leia completes her string. She's going down to the ping pong. Liz thinks she's almost done. Brittany thinks she's almost done. Doll's done. He's going. No. Brittany's done. Mitch is done. He can go. Tarasky has 45 seconds. And Liz still picking away.
I hate this so much. This is the worst thing I've ever done. God.
The lone remainders.
Am I ready? Come on.
No, don't leave me.
I have to.
Okay, you're trying to make a perfect square using all 5 pieces. No.
Say it. Say it.
And Tarasky can go. Liz is left stranded. Still plucking away.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What's up? All right, Liz is opting out of the challenge. She has to go to work.
I have to go to work. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Okay.
You gotta go to work.
Liz is out. It is understandable.
I'm embarrassed by this not time situation, but you know what?
Well, she thought she wasn't gonna make it anyways, and now she'll get paid.
Thank you.
There it is.
There it is.
Take a picture, video. something that you've been trying hasn't been working, try something else.
Done.
Here
I am, in front of the gate, in front of the Michigan.
Alex Stahl finishing seconds after him.
A buzzer beater shot for Mitch, dead on the ground. Ball devastated after just completing. Mitch, come on, grab it. Well deserved. Your red face proves why. Mitch, safe from the vote this week. Rescue, one of you will become the 13th person voted out of Survivor Michigan Victor's Valiant and the 5th member of the jury. For your stuff, I don't know.
The results of the challenge could not have been more glorious because I beat Thal. If I was going to beat one person by a second, it was going to be Thal. So I sprint through the door, I go, I'm done, and then I look at him and he, a second later, says, I'm done too. But I had shown my picture first. I win. I'm about to throw up. George luckily brought me some water, like the good medical man he is. It was much needed, because after the debacle that was last week, I needed just a week to be safe and to figure out what I could do going forward. I think I could beat anybody in a challenge. Like, I'm proving it week in and week out. I'm very competitive. It started Leia, then it went Brittany, me. I mean, the Alexes, I thought they'd be decent at challenges, but they're utterly pathetic is the word to describe how they've been so far in individual immunity. I mean, the fact that Thal couldn't figure out that easy puzzle in he had it seemed like 20 minutes to figure that out. He had a lot of time because I couldn't make the ping pong ball, and he deserved to lose by a second.
We're still here.
Give me a kiss.
I finally got to vote out my arch rival, Cooper. It is so satisfying knowing that Cooper flipped on me and then I got one of his people to flip back on him to vote him out. So with Cooper going out, me and Thal are the two remaining Neelas left in the game, which is pretty crazy. You know, everyone, especially at the beginning of the game, everyone saw us as such a tight pair that they needed to take us out. And for us to make it this far, I think is pretty cool and definitely a testament to how well I think we've played this game so far.
I still haven't received a single vote in the game, by the way.
I have 16.
That's so sick.
I got another one tonight. But, you know, obviously there's still a task at hand. We got rid of those 7 other idiots, but now we got 4 more to get through on our path to victory. We're so close. I could taste it. I could taste the victory. I really thought you were about to get voted out.
Oh, I did too. I don't know how that, honestly, that was a miracle. But...
Yeah, Jesus. Have you recovered?
Yeah, well, everyone's being so nice to me and apologizing to me now.
Right,
and I'm
yeah. Because they're on the bottom now.
What?
Because they're on the bottom now, they have to.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, Liz has been so threatening to everybody, and why everyone wants to vote her out is because she's such a good social player, and the truth is that it's true. She is such a good social player, until everyone realized she was a good social player.
People still assume that we don't really talk, somehow. We thought that it would come out after that, but they still just kind of, assume that there's no way he'd want to work with me.
We ran into each other at a bar, and look at us now. She's my closest ally besides Tarowski.
I always pictured, if Cooper went home and I had a hand in it, it was some big move I pulled against him, and afterwards he would shake my hand and give me a hug, and it would be good job, you got me. But I went out of my way to save someone else, and I wouldn't go that far to save him. I genuinely think that, that hurt him. So, it's been kind of hard. Here's my issue, though. If Liz puts herself between, her and Mitch, I guess, between between the Alexes and us, you really think like Mitch would like choose to vote with us instead of voting with both Alexes and Liz?
Whereas what I think the only way for this to happen would be Mitch just making Liz feel very comfortable. We have like two options, Leia and I. The first option is we just really go Maison strong, and even within that tell Liz, like, us three girls to the end, even though not going to the end with Liz here, but just really, really push Maison strong, us three girls, blah, 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 and let's vote off an Alex.
I feel like, well, I talked to both of you, and I feel like you explained yourselves.
I'm sort of.
No, I don't. It's honestly,
Do you have any
it's
other
fine.
questions like ask? But I think
The one question I had for you that I've been waiting to ask you.
I could tell because the second like I was with you, I like went up to you and you're like, so Cooper. Yes.
So I explained the two options of voting out an Alex and that. The other option, which is what I want to do, is for Liz. If Liz decides to go with Leia, voting out Leia, or me, it could easily be me, honestly. If Liz decides to vote out me or Leia, if Mitch comes to us with that info, Leia and I then turn Mitch against Liz. I don't know how this happens, but that plan fails horribly. If Liz sees it coming at all, she plays the idol, our votes are all cancelled, and then me or Leia, whoever they choose, it's a 50% chance of being me. Whoever they choose between me or Leia, we automatically go home if she plays the idol. So that's why it's so dangerous, and we need to at the same time just be Maison strong, getting their votes to head towards the Alexes. This is just such a freaking Liz situation. Liz can beat everyone in this game. Why people don't want her out is so beyond me. Similar to why people didn't want Tarowski out. People I can meet in this game, I have a chance against Alex, and Leia. I have zero chance against Mitch and Liz. Just the way everything's been portrayed, Leia and I don't win against Mitch and Liz.
One big thing that needed to happen this week was getting me, Liz, and Tarowski on the same page. Now, technically, we've been on the same page for a while. I've been talking to Liz incessantly last week. Liz has been talking to Tarowski pretty frequently last week. So we needed to all get on the same page and be like an actual three-person alliance and not just a bunch of random information floating.
Well, is this good, or should we have more of the, the graffiti?
More of the graffiti, we need to make this. Tarowski, Thal, and I met in an alley, and we.
I was going to save this to the end for dramatic effect, but I want to go to the final three, and yeah, I'm willing to make that promise right now. And I have nothing else. No one wants to work with me, and I feel like you two, at various points, have been my number one, and I really wanted the three of us to come together. I am 99% sure that Thal, Liz, and I are voting together for a fact that our three votes are going on the same person, no matter what. So, there are a few things we can do. We haven't necessarily nailed down exactly how we're going to approach this upcoming vote. We know that we have three votes going to someone. We could, if we think that the three of them are also going to vote for a particular person, we can play Liz's idol on that person, or we could try to split up their votes somehow, so that Mitch votes for, say, me, and Liz and Leia and Brittany vote for Liz, and then our three votes are a plurality. So there are a few different ways we can approach it, and in that scenario, Liz would keep her idol, which I don't necessarily want, but it's not the end of the world.
It used to be, I was totally against them. I was I went to Rocks for Cooper to get one of them out, and now I'm completely working with Tarowski and Thal. So I genuinely will not write Thal's name down, and I don't think he will write my name down, and so no matter what, I think we will help each other get to the final three, but I don't know, Tarowski will do what's probably in his best interest.
Are you and Mitch secretly
No! Yeah, anyway. I mean, we are going to get married because we have to, because we kissed under the arch, but it's just a very political marriage. It's not, yeah.
It's an arranged
The question is, what is going on with Leia and Mitch? Because they have this really weird, complicated relationship with this pact of last week and all of this random stuff that we can't quite figure out. Where does Brittany fall into things? What do Leia and Brittany actually want to do this week? What does Mitch want to do this week? it's a little nebulous over there. What we did know is we want to stick together, we want to make it through this vote. How are we going to do it?
When Thal left and I'm talking to Liz, I again looked her dead in the eye and I said, Liz, I will never write your name down. I will vote Thal before I vote you. Which is obviously a lie. People have kind of seen me as the big supervillain in this season, and part of my game has been to try to humanize myself. But the truth is, I am the supervillain that everyone thinks I am. I have no problem looking Liz in the eye, telling her I'm going to the final 2 with her, and cutting her throat. I'm definitely not drawing a rock for Liz. That is not an option, and Thal wouldn't either. But I guess I would have to draw a rock for Thal, and he would do the same for me. And I just have to do everything I can to make sure we don't get put in that situation.
Last week was,
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
like, personally, I think incredibly overwhelming for me, and I got way too enraptured in all of these different things and sort of just exploded a little bit.
This is the most angry I've ever been in this game. And it's not even anger, it's just like pure frustration at why someone would make such a dumb move. Like, it was just so dumb. I'm seeing the other side here. This isn't coming emotionally. I'm trying to strategically, logically see why the hell Liz's idol is sitting right here, and he and Tarowski on the revote vote out Cooper, leaving this idol in the game. If I was them, okay, fine, Tarowski votes Cooper because he's super loyal to Liz and they're using each other as shields. Fine, I understand. Does Thal really have this relationship with Liz? Is there some secret, deep relationship between Thal and Liz? Or maybe like Thal and Mitch that leads Thal to being with Liz?
For now, I'm just like, well, my game's kind of done here.
I really hope that's not the case, and I don't think it is.
Brittany is a really smart person, and she needed another explanation, and I explained it again and apologized relentlessly. And at the end of the day, she was like, you know what, at this point it's water under the bridge, we have to move forward from here.
I don't want to see you go home at all.
Thanks. I mean, yeah, I'm not even saying, like, me, you, and Liz, it's not like us three would be voting together at all. I just, like, don't, because, like, right now, I, like, am just, like, here I am, like, someone tell me who to vote, and I'll vote with you. That's where I'm at. I think, I don't know, I mean, I think your conversation with Liz, she's probably going to tell you to vote me or Leia, whoever she decides.
She basically was implying that she'd like to see Liz go home again this week, and I was implying that I'd like to do the same, but that we realize how tricky that's going to be, considering Mitch has immunity and Liz has the idol. So I said, you know what, I need to talk to some more people, see where everything's at, and go from there.
After a meeting with Brittany, he's like, dude, we got a problem. Brittany just told me that everyone has seen pictures of us on Facebook. You know, we're done. We're done. And I was like, all right, take a step back, Thal. But, however, I did look at Thal's Facebook, and he had a cover photo of me from 2015. Are you serious, Thal? I mean, first the Snapchat, and now this? Are you serious? I mean, I obviously went out of my way to delete all my pictures of him off my Facebook page and untag him and everything and all of that, and he couldn't take, this is also partly my fault because I should have been on the lookout for this too, but it's mostly his fault. Oops. But no one had brought it up to me, aside from Thal. Like, I didn't hear about it from anyone, I just kind of brushed it aside. But Mitch says to me, you know, I know that Thal and you were, just so nonchalantly, he said, I know that Thal and you were friends. Like, I think he was trying to catch me off guard, but I kept cool, and I tell him, yeah, Thal and I were in a similar club a few years ago, we had mutual friends, I had no idea he was going to be in Survivor, and, you know, we weren't really that good of friends. You know, I said some other things. Apparently, people have been holding on to this cover photo thing for weeks. If they knew about that for weeks, why have they not voted us out? That is crazy to me. I think that our fake fight, I mean, we kind of just did it, honestly, for fun, because we thought it would be funny. Like, maybe Thal thought this more than me, but I wasn't totally sure that it would even really matter that much. But maybe our fake fight, and when he voted for me, really might have saved us.
I got a text from Liz after she met with Thal today, basically saying, I feel like I want to vote out either Brittany or Leia this week. I don't think I have another choice. It's the most selfish, selfish, just, it's so disgusting. It's a disgusting, disgusting play. Like, I'm honestly, like, ashamed that I'm even now aligned with her anymore. But the plan, this is what I'm proposing to Brittany. It's simple. Brittany, the two people you're going to beat in this game are me and Leia. Leia, the two people you're going to beat are me and Brittany. Brittany, I'm going to only beat you two. Us three have to stick together. If us three stick together this week and vote one of the Alexes, and it's a tie vote, 3 going to probably Leia, 3 going to one of the Alexes, we have to guess or assume that Liz will not go to rocks with an idol in her pocket.
I'm letting you know right now, Brittany. Me, you, and Leia have to vote together.
Mm-hmm. And I like, yeah.
We have to vote together.
That's what I want to do.
We all lose. And so here's...
Don't worry, I'm not like, I'm telling you, my conversation with Thal today, like, we didn't know what to say to each other. Like, I am in no way, shape, or form working with anyone else besides you and Leia. Like, I like, technically have not lied to you yet in this, like, I'm very much so, like, yeah, I, like, went against you, but I still have not lied to you ever. Like, I'm very much so with you and Leia.
Honestly, Brittany.
I am so beyond irate at Liz right now, it's not even funny. Now, I know she hasn't officially said she wants to work with the Alexes this week, but I am so angry at her. So angry. And this is what I ask of you. If me, you, and Leia all vote Thal or all vote Tarowski, the vote will be a tie, and there is no fucking way Liz will go to rocks with an idol in her pocket. No way. I think strategically, I've played better than Liz. I've played better than Tarowski. I've played better than Thal. Leia and I are comparable, but I think I've played a better social game than her. I legitimately have a case against everybody. So now it comes down to who is it best for me to work with going forward? Who will help me get to the end most likely? And I think it's Leia and Brittany. I think they are more likely to take me to the end than the Alexes and Liz. Leia, Brittany, and I have all talked separately one-on-one. Either put the votes on all 3 on an Alex, assuming that Liz on the revote will flip because she doesn't want to go home with it in her pocket, or we put the votes on Liz, which would be ideal if an Alex flipped, hoping that Liz then that Liz goes home, and then me, Brittany, and Leia completely control the game.
I don't know how this happened and how I became this like big threat, because like
It's just funny.
Yeah.
Honestly.
When did I become that much of a threat? I don't understand like how this happened.
I don't know. I'm just like being honest. Like,
I mean, Tarowski, Thal, and I, our plan is to vote Leia or Brittany, obviously. And Leia and Brittany, meanwhile, have been like majorly sucking up to me, apologizing, telling me how much they love me and still want to work with me and everything. I think Mitch either sees it as like him and I are in the middle of Tarowski and Thal and Leia and Brittany, and we're like swing votes, or he actually knows that Leia and Brittany want to get me out and are probably going to try to get an Alex to help get me out, and he just doesn't want to be a part of that plan, but he'll like let it happen, but he doesn't want to vote for me.
I was ready to go Final 3.
Yeah. I know.
And so, like, obviously I'm not thrilled.
Yeah, I totally understand, and I can't imagine that you're gonna want to work with me again in this game, and I fully get that, and so I just want to be here to, if anything, just rectify the friendship over time.
Right. So I meet with Thal, and there's a lot of tension. I mean, we obviously aren't getting along. Shouldn't have told Thal about the idol. That was stupid. But I didn't know how else to handle the situation. Obviously, Thal isn't somebody I could trust or work with. So I finished saying, we're both still in at 6. Let's try to work together going forward. As simple as that. I'm not going to vote with either of them. No chance. There's no way in hell that I'm going to vote with either of them. My vote will go with Brittany and Leia no matter what they decide.
basically started to formulate what might be a plan. The plan involves getting Leia and Brittany to vote differently than Mitch. As long as they vote for different people, then me, Tarowski, and Liz have a majority and can vote out whoever we like.
Between you and me, I probably would. Not probably. I'm not going to. If I go to the final three with Liz, I lose.
Yeah, I think
So-
most do. There are a lot of talking and back and forth. You know, everyone's very worried about saying they want Liz gone this week because basically the construction of this week, created by Mitch, by the way, which is hilarious because it's just so not what the game looks like. He sees the game as Leia and Brittany, Thal and Tarowski, and Mitch and Liz in the middle, and them getting to pick which side they want. That's what he sees the game as, and he has basically dictated that to everybody to the point where that is now the default structure of the game, which is fine. Whatever makes Mitch feel good, right?
Like the whole idea, or at least the impression that I've gotten from them, being Mitch and Liz, is that we're supposed to be vying for their votes this week, or whatever. But
Yeah, so I mean, I obviously in that meeting of four, they're gonna say me or Brittany, and I don't see it being Brittany.
What Leia ultimately realizes is that she knows one thing to be true, that it is in both her best interest and my best interest for Liz to go home before one of the other ones. It sounds like she's actually planning on going through with this. If we can make it work, we're both going to make Liz feel as comfortable as possible. That way, we get her to not play her idol, and then we will confirm in a couple of days that we are actually going through with this. Me and Brittany are going to vote Liz out of the game with the idol. The hilarious part of this is, of course, that I'm actually not going through with any of this. Her assumption is wrong. I want Liz to stay in the game, and I'm going to get Leia and Brittany to vote incorrectly, to vote for Liz, while Mitch votes for whoever, and me, Tarowski, and Liz decide who gets to go home.
And I've been talking theory with him all week, so like that theory, I think he'll identify with. The plan has evolved into something complicated, which I'm not super excited about. But in the end, there's still as long as me, Mitch, and Brittany vote together, like, it's still hoping for the same things.
Leia and I are just fighting so hard, and, you know, we aren't giving up. I think we spent a day just, like, sitting there. She came over and just lied on my couch and, like, just sat there for a while because we didn't know what to do. Leia and I are gonna go to Thal and be like, look, Thal, Leia and I want to join with you. Us three can vote Liz, putting 3 votes on Liz. Mitch's vote will go alone to you, and Tarowski and Liz will vote for me. And hopefully Alex feels cornered and goes along with this, no idol played, and we're okay. Okay, it all makes sense. I'm just like so frustrated because Liz very well so. I mean, she 50% plays it tomorrow, 50% plays it at Final 5, and if she does, I go home. And it's just so bad.
Liz just wants me out, and she has the numbers to do it because she's like Tarowski, and I just like, I don't know where Mitch really stands, you know? I think Mitch was coming to Leia and I to avoid us going to you, I guess, was his intention. He wants like us to think he has our back.
What I know about Leia and Brittany, for sure, is that they want Liz gone sooner rather than later. And they want her gone this week, ideally. I know that's their main priority in the game. Now, whether they put their own life on the line for that, to get Liz out, is my question. Like, Brittany really doesn't lie a lot in this game. And I've never seen her lie in this game. She was acting today like she's acted always with me. Genuine, like seemingly genuinely. Leia is a huge game player, like easily one of the smartest people in the game by far, and is just super into game theory and sees everyone as pieces. So now Leia and Brittany and I have a plan that we finally got to, that we're going to actually vote out Liz. So there's the chance right now that they only said that to me in order to redirect my vote so that the 3 of them could successfully vote me out. The other option is that 3 votes are actually on me, 3 votes are on Leia, and it's a tied vote. And this is the tricky part.
I just am worried that there's a chance you get 3 votes, and so I'm willing to play the idol just because that would suck.
Yeah. And thank you like so much in advance if you do go through with that. I don't want to like push you towards that, even though I maybe have.
Chances of getting to the final 3 are low, no matter what. Like, I don't know if there's a combination where I do make it to the final 3 at this point, unless I win the challenge. But I think having the Alexes in probably is my best chance.
After last week, making it to the final 5 would mean a lot to me because despite flipping on Cooper, like, I did put a huge target on my back in order to save Mitch. And I guess I'd like to think that in some way that'll pay off. And despite being labeled as abrasive, whatever, if I make it to the end, I will have played a good game to get there. So there's a lot of moving parts to it. But the most important moving part is me, Mitch, and Brittany's vote going to the same place. If me, Mitch, and Brittany don't vote together this week, I'm gonna be, like, that would upset me. I would be like, damn, I should have done more to make sure that happened. But if I go home and the 3 of us voted together, I honestly will believe that I did everything I could.
We'll now bring in the members of the jury. Cooper voted out as the last tribal council. Liz, you came under a lot of fire last week.
Yeah.
Obviously. How do you feel about it? Where have things gone from there?
How do I feel about it? Well, you know, I got a couple votes last week, so that was sad. But you know, ultimately, like, I got super lucky last week, and I'm just really thankful I'm still here, and yeah.
Well, last week there were names thrown everywhere, and even after that, someone that wasn't even thrown under the bus went home. Going into this week, is it the old Maison? Is it a new group? Is it what? How do you go around this week knowing that still 2 Neela and 4 Maison, technically?
This week, I am Neela Strong, my Neela buff. No, it's tricky this week.
How many times were Wrexham? Like, how many times was she like?
It's tricky this week. Everyone, the whole game kind of exploded last week for a lot of us, and I think over the course of the week we've sort of figured out, like, sort of who the targets are and where voting lines would be.
Mitch, you see any cracks forming now that tribal went so chaotic?
I mean, after a tribal like that, it's pretty much like an individual game. Like, everybody's got to do now what they've got to, like, is right for them. There was so much trust broken everywhere that you just have to go. I've always said I have like a spectrum of trust, and I just go with the people that that are farthest along on the spectrum, even if it's not 100%. So like that's where I got to put my trust, and that's what I got to do. If it gets me the farthest in the game, great, and if it doesn't, it doesn't.
Trasky, you said a lot at Tribal Council that you're just looking for someone to vote with.
Right.
Have you finally found that, or are you just going with the flow again?
I sure hope I have. You know, I've kind of went into every tribal the last few weeks assuming I was going to be voted for. And I have been voted for at every tribal since the merge. So I can only assume I'm going home any given vote. But, and I have tried to do what I can to bide as much time as possible.
Brittany, it's the final 6, and obviously that means we're getting down right to the end of the game at either a final 3 or a final 2. Are you already trying to think about who are you taking to the end, possibly, if you make it past this tribal?
I definitely was thinking about that up until last week, and then after that happened, now I'm just really trying my best to buy myself one more day here, so I really can't think about that. I need to get to Final 5 first right now.
Leia, during last Tribal Council, there's a lot of talk of still Old Maison sticking true, voting out either Thal or Tarowski, and it ended up being Cooper. And Besides Cooper getting votes, Liz got some votes. Do you have to backpedal now that you've said it's going to be Maison Strong, and yet there were votes going towards Liz?
Yeah, I mean, I think that this was said to you before by someone else, but I guess I'll just repeat it now. Like, Maison really did want to work together, and a series of events happened, and Paranoia got the best of us, and we split up. But, like, we tried to go against each other, and I guess it didn't really work, and now we're back in a position where we really could work together. But to answer your question, I do believe that there is a way for us to work together.
Alright, well, Mitch is safe this week. Everyone else is eligible to be voted tonight. So let's get to the vote. Liz, you're up first. Alright, we tally the votes. Alright, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and they would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Okay, I think this is probably completely unnecessary. Shit, where is it? Oh, God, hold on. 1 second. I did bring it. Okay. Yeah, so this is probably not necessary, but I'm going to play this for Alex Thal.
You want it? Alright, this is a hidden immunity idol. All votes cast for Alexander Dahl will not count. 3 votes. First vote. Liz. Liz. It's 2 votes, Liz. Leia. It's 2 votes, Liz. 1 vote, Leia. Leia. It's 2 votes, Liz. 2 votes, Leia. Leia. That's 3 votes, Leia. 2 votes, Liz. Liz. We have a tie. That's how it'll work. You can only vote for either Leia or Liz. You 2 will not vote. The rest of you will. Jurassic, you're up first.
Let's hope someone flips on you, because worst case scenario, Liz is going home.
We'll see. Still writing your name down. Brittany flips, she flips. Nothing I can do about it.
Alright, once the votes are read, decision is final. Votes. Leia. 1 vote, Leia. Liz. 1 vote, Leia. 1 vote, Liz. Liz. 2 votes, Liz. 1 vote, Leia. Leia. We have a tie. Alright, this is how it's going to work. We must all come to an agreement that either Leia or Liz must leave this game. Otherwise, Mitch, you are safe. Thal and Idol has played for you. You are safe. The 2 vote getters, Leia and Liz, you will be safe, and only Brittany and Tarowski would pull a rock. Deliberate.
I think that there are definitely scenarios where you're safe. I don't think it's...
Alex applied to pick every single
But
thing.
Mitch has to flip too.
– 10 seconds.
I didn't want to flip on him.
I did not want to flip.
That's it.
Wait. George, it's going to be Liz.
Okay, it's Liz. Have you all decided it is Liz?
I'm Liz.
Thal.
Trust Tarowski the most in the game right now. He and I should have each other's backs for quite a while. That being said, this is Survivor. There's only one winner of Survivor. Second place is last place in my opinion, and I'm here to win. So at some point, my final two deal and my friendship with Tarowski may or may not clash with my, obsession with the title of Sole Survivor. We'll have to cross that bridge when we get there.
It's Liz.
Liz? I'm sorry. That's it. Grab your torch. Try what's spoken. Well, double tribal, multiple idle plays, a rock draw, a flip, a miss idle play, and now a unanimous decision. It's the final 5, still not done. Stuff I don't know.
Next time on the Survivor Michigan season finale. 13 are gone and 5 players remain. With victory around the corner, everyone is making sure they have their own path to the final tribal council. 100 days will have passed, but there will be only one survivor.
At one point I said, if I go out of this game for trusting Thal too much, I'm okay with that. And that's exactly what ended up happening, and I went out of the game trusting Thal. The level of trust I had with Thal was like so, I thought, beyond this game, that I didn't think, I just thought, I was so sure that he would just never like flip on me like that. And honestly, like, that hurts a lot more than like just getting out, just like what Thal did, because I really trusted him, and I thought that like but anyway, other than that, honestly, I had so much fun playing this game, and I loved it, and I loved meeting all these people, and right now I'm not super happy with a lot of them, but I loved this game, and I thought I could win if I made it a little farther, and I should have played the idol for myself, and really I trusted Thal too much, and that's what happened, so